Hi, I'm Russ Rold from Active Controls. We're here today to talk to you about an exciting new alliance between Pride Mobility and Active Controls that allows you, the provider, to order your Pride Mobility base and have any Active Controls drive control pre-installed prior to delivery so it's ready to go the moment you receive it. I'm going to give you an overview today of the Active Controls Center Drive System. The Center Drive System is a modular midline mount for any drive control that uses unique military technology for its connections. This system allows us to mount any drive control in a midline position, but it also allows us to be truly modular. And that means we can take it from the mount in front. You can also mount the drive control on the side to holster it and get a little bit closer to tables and desks. We can also create attendant control on the fly. This modular system allows us to accommodate clients who fatigue as they drive or simply don't do well in crowded spaces, and you can transition from the front to the back. We're going to give you an overview today of the Rejoyce, a midline mounting system for joysticks. The Rejoyce is solving several problems that we find in the rehab community. The most prevalent is that driving from an armrest for many clients forces a postural compromise. Not only do they not naturally position in that spot, but more importantly, they don't have external range of motion capacity at the shoulder to reach to the joystick, and they end up compromising their posture to drive from the armrest. The Rejoyce system allows us to redeploy or reuse the joystick at midline, giving the client a more intuitive, more comfortable position to drive. The other vital component of the Rejoyce system is the ability to create a second point of contact, which is what the lateral pads do. These pads allow you to stabilize your elbows on your armrest and then have a secondary point of engagement to reduce fatigue, and it can also control spasticity for clients who have difficulties. The pads have 4 inches of adjustment in height, 19 degrees of inclination, and 2 inches in and out. And it allows you to create a custom plane for stability and comfort. It also allows you to have the client immerse into the gel pads for pressure relief and comfort. The conventional tools that we've had available on the market for midline mounting have a number of limitations. Number one, they're attached to the armrest and all of your weight and force are applied in the center. And it creates a bit of an instability that we call the diving board effect. Movement of your joystick, which really isn't conducive to safe driving. The Active Controls Center Drive System gives you stability when it's supported from beneath and you don't have any downward flex. So more of your Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, spinal muscular atrophy, heavy leaners have a point of engagement. I'd like to take a minute to share with you our corporate philosophy on approaching drive control mounting and assessments. The goal of Active Controls is really to do 2 things. We want to improve the efficacy of your assessments, and we also want to improve the efficacy of your final provision. The mounting system that we've developed has created an environment that's unprecedented in our industry. Normally, if you wanted to do your due diligence and try multiple drive controls to determine the most appropriate for your clients, you would need hours of time, many transfers. And as we all know, after 2 or 3 transfers, the client you're working with isn't the client you started with. The uniqueness of the Active Control system, it allows you in as little as 60 minutes to try as many as 8 different drive controls. In this troubled, turbulent times that we're dealing with funding, what better way to justify the drive control that you're asking your funding source to pay for than to be able to tell them that you've done your due diligence and you've tried everything to determine what's truly appropriate for your client. Now, under normal circumstances, if you were to trial a client with a joystick and you found that the deflection required was too much and you wanted to try an alternative drive control, you'd need either another chair or you would need to rewire the new input device into it. With the Active Control system, you simply remove the input device and drop in the next one. Instead of 15 or 20 minutes or an hour, you can do it in seconds. So if you think about the limited time that you have in clinic, most of the time 60 or 90 minutes at an assessment, how many drive controls can you effectively try? And if you can't try everything, then you have 2nd and 3rd and 4th visits. The Active Control system allows you, when you're doing your documentation, to say, in a very controlled environment, without any transfers, in one chair, I tried drive controls A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and C was the most effective. Doing your due diligence will make it far easier for your funding source to agree with you and help to provide the product that you're looking for. Now, once you've found the solution in your assessment, the Active Control system allows you to issue that same control in the same configuration, making your final provision more effective as well. And that's what we're all after.